No, that's good. Thank you very much for that. And what about you, Alex? What parts of the regulations would you change?
I'd like for them to rewrite the regulation and bring into it the FAQs at the same time. The unintended consequences that have flushed themselves out in relation to other building regulations, I'd like to see them brought in line. What would be great is, we talk about FLOSS regulations, would be great if we had an overall volume of FLOSS so they're all read as one document, I think, because they are so interactive with one another. But particularly when you think about overheating, the effects on Part L and the competing resolution. So, for example, you might use improved solar glass to mitigate overheat in summer, but then, of course, that affects your Part L because you're using more energy in winter to compensate for that. And bring those things together. That would be, I'd love to see that. I'd also love to see, yeah, like I say, it just more clearly written. I also think it was packaged up in the wrong way. I think the third part of the document should be the first part of the document, and it would naturally lead on from that point, rather than you're trying to get your head around it, scratch your head, and you get to part 3 and think, oh, if only I'd started by reading that first, that would lead me on to the rest of it. I agree with Sam in the sense that, you know, the sentiment and what they're trying to achieve is absolutely appropriate. And all the regulatory change that we're facing at the moment is driven by 3 key things: inclusive design, because of an aging demographic, inclusive and accessible design, I should say, building safety off the back of Grenfell, and again, that needs to be addressed, and of course, climate change. But those 3 things working together are leading to a whole plethora of changes. So that's why we've got them, and I think once we realise those three key drivers, then we understand what needs to be done, and all these things should be probably addressed a long time before now, but we're where we are, and we are now at least addressing these things and moving forward, which is a really positive thing. But yeah, that's what I would change in respect to Part O.